Hello friends, कैसे हैं आप सब? So I'm here in this lockdown and I'm making this video during this lockdown, and I really want to thank the Sci-Fi Labs for helping me in understanding R. So let's start this video, and in this video I'm going to talk about data visualization in R. So data visualization, it deals with graphical representation of the results that you get from your data analysis, and since graphs are much easier and more easier to understand and they are more attractive than tables, so these can be used by the researchers to showcase their results. Now there are some commonly used graphs like the line chart, bar plots, histogram, scatter plots, and some advanced graphs like box plot, mosaic map, chord plots. And in this video I'm going to deal with the advanced graphs. So for this, we need to install RStudio, and then we need ggplot2 and chordplot. Let me brief you all about ggplot2. It has 7 layers. The data, it is the data set that we are going to use for plotting our graph. Aesthetics, aesthetics is the layer that in which we will define which variables we are going to plot in the x variable, x-axis, and in the y-axis. Then there is geometrics. Geometrics, which type of a graph you want, whether you want to plot bar plot or you want to plot histogram, etc. Facets is used when you have to draw multiple graphs in a single screen or in a single place. Then we use facets layer. Statistics is used to redefine our geometrics. Coordinates, if you want to flip your coordinates, yeah, you want to flip x-axis and y-axis, then you can use the layer coordinates. And themes is the layer that you use if when you want to give background color to your graph. Now this graphs that are plotted, then there are type on the basis of the type of variables, different graphs may be plotted. Like it may be plotted with one variable that is continuous or one variable that is discrete, or we can plot a graph between two variables and both in which both are continuous, two variables where both are discrete, or two variables where one is continuous and one is discrete, and three variable graphs. So when you open up the RStudio, this is what a RStudio looks like when you open it up. It has four compartments. Now the first compartment, that is untitled, here you write your commands. This is the console where commands are executed. If anything is wrong with the command, that will be shown in this place, so you can correct it down. This environment, here it shows the database. If you are creating any data set, then it is shown here. If you have created any subset of a data set, then also it will be shown here. Then history, it shows the details of all the previous commands that you have executed. Then this files, it shows the file that you can use for your R analysis. Plots is the area where all the graphs that you have plotted will come up when you click on plots. Then packages, all the supporting packages that are supporting the RStudio, you can just see using this packages. So now let's move on to the actual commands. When you install RStudio and R in your laptop, then already there are few data sets that are already available. So for viewing those data sets, we use the command data and parenthesis and run it. Once you run it, you will see a list of all the data sets that are stored already present in your RStudio. So you can see this empty car, that is motor trend car road test. So I'm going to use this file. So to view this file, we have to give another command, that is view empty cars. View and the name of that particular data set. When you give this command and you run it, it will open up the file and you can see the different variables that are available in your data set. And you can see that there are some continuous variables and some discontinuous variables. So I am using displacement as a continuous variable for plotting the graph and cylinder as a discrete variable for plotting my graphs. So first I am going to plot box plot, and for that first I have to call ggplot2. For calling the ggplot2, you have to give the command library ggplot2. Then I'm going to make a file that is in the name of plot. plot, ggplot, empty cars. Empty cars is the name of your file. Then aesthetics, the x-axis, which particular variable you want in the x-axis, which particular variable you want in y-axis, and fill is to give the color, and it is on the basis of the number of cylinders. And you just run it. When you run it, you will see that here it will be stored and it will show you that your data contains a list of 9. Now you have to give the command for your geom_box_plot. For that you have to give plot plus geom_box_plot parenthesis and you run it. Once you run it, you will get a graph like this. In this graph, you can see that in the x-axis, cylinder is used, in the y-axis, it is showing the displacement. Then this middle line that you can see, it denotes the 50% quartile, the above is 75% quartile and the below is 25% quartile. And these are the whiskers that shows the maximum and minimum. This dot that you can see in the graph, this is the outlier. Now from this graph, you can easily conclude that the greater the number of cylinders a car has, more is its displacement. Now next we are going to plot the graph that is volume. For this, we are going to give the command plot is geom_volume parenthesis and then you have to run it. Once you run it, you will get a graph like this. This geom volume command that you're using, this is a combination of box plot and density plot. The shape represents the density, the middle curvature represents the 50% quartile, below is 25 and above is 75% quartile. Similarly, we can also plot correlation graphs. For this, we need a package that is known as coreplot, and we'll call it by library coreplot. And then the simple command that we have to give is coreplot, then core, and the name of your data set. And then you have to run it. Once you run it, you'll get a graph like this. You can see the gradient of color you can see here. And the more darker the blue color, the more is the positive correlation between the two traits, and the darker the red color, the more negative the correlation between the two traits. As in this case, we can see that the cylinder and the displacement is having a blue color, high gradient of blue color, indicating high positive correlation between the two factors, and it is also confirmed by our previous two plots. So likewise, we can use correlation among different traits to find out what correlation, whether they are positively correlated or negatively correlated with each other. So guys, this is all from my side. I hope this will certainly help researchers to plot advanced graphs for their research papers. And if you have any doubt, please drop your questions in the comment section. So keep learning with the Sky5 Labs. Stay at home and thank you.